Next para. How do you do it? I said. I have an understanding with the horse, he said. Yes, but what sort of an understanding? I said. A simple and honest one, he said. Well, I said, I wish I knew how to reach an understanding like that with a horse. You are still a small boy, he said. When you get to be 13, you will know how to do it. I went home and ate a hearty breakfast. That afternoon, my uncle Khusrov came to our house for coffee and cigarettes. He sat in the parlor, sipping and smoking and remembering the old country. Then another visitor arrived, a farmer named John Byro, an Assyrian who, out of loneliness, had learned to speak Armenian. My mother brought the lonely visitor coffee and tobacco, and he rolled a cigarette and sipped and smoked. And then at last, sighing sadly, he said, my white horse, which was stolen last month, is still gone. I I cannot understand it. My uncle Khosrow became very irritated and shouted, it's no harm. What is the loss of a horse? Haven't we all lost the homeland? What is this crying over a horse? Let's listen the explanation. Aram amusingly asked him how he controlled the horse, to which Murad said he has an understanding with the horse. Aram asked him what sort of understanding did he have with him, to which Murad told him a simple and honest one. Aram confessed he would also like to know how to have an understanding with the horse. Murad assured Aram by saying that he is still a small boy. He will learn when he will be 13. Aram went home and ate breakfast. That day, his uncle Khusrov visited his house for coffee and cigarettes. He sat in the parlor and was remembering the old country when a person came to visit him. He was John Barrow, a farmer who learned to speak Armenian because of loneliness. His mother bought Barrow some coffee and tobacco. He sipped and smoked and told them about his missing white horse who was stolen last month and he is not able to find it. Khusrov roared again that it is no harm and shouted that why he was crying over a lost horse. They had lost their homeland also. Listen the explanation of this para. John replied to Khosrow that he would not bother as he lives in a city, but his country was of no good without his horse. Khosrow shouted that he must not pay attention to it. John told him that he walked down 10 miles to come here. Khosrow shouted that he has legs. Then John said his left leg hurt. Khosrow again tried to shut his mouth by saying that he should not pay attention to it. John shared that the horse cost him $60. Khosrow said he would spit on the money, after which John got up and went away slamming the door. Aram's mother told him that John had a gentle heart as he was homesick and he was such a large man. Aram went to Morad. He was sitting under a peach tree talking to a robin bird. He was repairing the wing that was hurt. Aram told him about John Byro and how he visited their house. He wanted his horse. Aram asked him not to return the horse until he learns to ride it. Now listen the explanation of next para. Murad told Aram that it will take him a whole year to learn to ride a horse. Aram said they could keep him for a year then. Murad stood up on his feet and shouted at him about encouraging him to be a thief in spite of being a member of the Garoglanian family. He declared that the horse should go to his true owner. Aram asked when would they have to return the horse. Then Murad said in 6 months. He threw the bird into the air. It almost fell twice but flew at last. For the next 2 weeks, they both would take the horse out of the barn and ride it. But every morning, the horse would throw Aram and run away whenever he tried to ride it. He still hoped he would learn to ride it the way his cousin did. Once on the way to the deserted vineyard to hide the horse again, they met John Byro, who was on his way to town. Morad insisted on talking to him as he had a way with farmers. Now listen the explanation of the next para. Morad wished him good morning, and Byro saw the horse carefully. Byro wished them back and asked the name of the horse. Morad said, "My heart," in Armenian language. Byro complimented that it was a lovely name for a lovely horse. He swore that it was his horse that was stolen weeks ago. He asked if he could look into his mouth after looking from tooth to tooth. It said it was his horse if he didn't know his parents. He said the horse was a twin of his horse. He further said that his family is all for honesty, but the horse looked just like the one he lost. A man who is suspicious would easily believe his eyes and not his heart. He wished them and went away. Next para. Morad wished him back. The next morning, they took the horse back to John Byro's vineyard and put it in his barn. The dogs followed them around without making any sound. Morad replied they would not bark at them since he had a way with dogs. Morad put his arms around the horse, then pressed his nose. He patted him and then they went away. That same afternoon, John came to Aram's house in his surrey and showed his mother his horse that returned. He said he didn't know what to think as the horse is much stronger now with a better temper. He thanked God. Uncle Khosrow was in the parlor again, shouted irritated, "Quiet, man, quiet! Your horse has been returned." Paid no attention to it.